How I had to get my insurance again was I had to go down to the Quest office, apply on my own, and I found out through people through HFYC, and I had to go down to the office, fill out my own forms, meet with social workers that work in the Quest office, and it took about 3 to 4 weeks for me to get insurance again because I qualified for it.
An alternative to graduating at a regular high school, I know that there's a program called Youth Challenge, and I'm not exactly who's the ruling entity on that, but I hear it's sort of a military style place where I think it's a 3 to 6 month or something like that program where the youth are actually sent there by their consent. They can walk out if they want to, but that means that they won't graduate. And after the program, you get your diploma from whatever school you're supposed to graduate, or whatever school is involved with Youth Challenge. So there's that. There's your GED, which a lot of homeschool kids that I know of, they end up doing that. They get their GED, and that's a pass or fail kind of thing. And the GED is a graduation equivalency. Yeah, so it's just as good as a diploma. UH will not accept GEDs, I don't think, and if you do that, you'd probably start off at a community college and work your way up to the university system, or transfer to the college of your choice. For me, applying to college was difficult, but it wasn't as hard as it could have been, because I did have a dependable support system. It can be difficult for the other youth, just because of the fact that they won't have that support system. And a lot of the youth that are just going and being independent out in the street and stuff and finding their own place, doing things like the free application for federal student aid and applying for various scholarships can be a real pain, just because you need somebody who has done it before. There's no substitute for experience in that area. So yeah, it was difficult, but it could have been harder. And it was easy. It was a semi-demanding task, but with my support system, it was made easy. Some of the challenges that I faced applying for colleges was the fact that since I was a foster youth and I wasn't moving from house to house, but I did have a lot of change in my environment, and what that really discouraged was me getting good grades and me holding long-lasting relationships. So applying to colleges like UH, I didn't exactly know how it was. I didn't know if I'd get accepted or not, but I applied. I was encouraged by my foster mom to apply as many schools as I can, so applied to HCC and KCC, got it accepted to both, and then I applied to UH, but it turns out my GPA wasn't high enough, and my ACT scores weren't high enough, because I wasn't notified, and no parents helped me getting my SAT scores, taking the PSAT, ACTs, stuff like that, because a lot of youth won't realize it. A lot of youth are a little bit ignorant to the fact that they need all those things to get accepted in the school. Ignorant in the sense that a lot of the youth think that if somebody can go to college, anybody can, So it's the drive that pushes them, but when they find out how much work is involved and how much things you actually need to get into college, it's a little bit discouraging. Many options for youth who don't want to go to college. There are vocational schools, there are apprenticeships, there are various unions that they can join. Your future's not limited to the fact that you will only have success if you go to college. College is great, college is awesome. It broadens your horizons. makes you responsible. It gives you some of the experience that you'll need to get a job, because I believe that getting a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, it doesn't teach you everything about the job that you're applying for. It teaches you to show up, do the work, pass the class, be responsible. That's what it shows you. I believe that, and I think that if you can get work experience somewhere else, that can help you get a little bit farther to a little bit closer to where you need to go to reach your goal. So there's various unions, vocational schools, like culinary arts. Pearl Harbor has, I believe they have plenty of apprenticeship programs. There's programs at HCC, WCC, KCC, pretty much in the UH system that teach, I'm pretty sure they teach welding, auto mech. They teach all kinds of stuff like that. So even if you're going to college, sometimes they won't always be making you work to a certain degree, following a certain discipline. It could be just to get your apprenticeship in being an electrician or whatever it is. So, like I said, there are many options for college if you don't want to go to college. A lot of the barriers that I faced were just the fact that I was lacking in a lot of social skills. I wasn't around people as much as I was supposed to be while I was growing up, from my child age into my juve years, my juvenile years, my teen years. I didn't have that much interaction aside from with the kids in school and stuff. And my parents didn't really give me, my foster parents didn't really give me the the exposure to independence that usual kids get. Like, I think we'll let you take the car today, or I think we'll put you in charge of this, or whatever it may be. A lot of it was the fact that I was incompetent about how you go about talking to somebody and really bragging about yourself, because that's one of the main questions that stump people. A lot of the foster kids, before they go into an interview, I say, okay, this is how I know if you're ready. Okay, answer this question in less than 5 seconds. How could you be why do you think you would be an asset to this company? If you can answer that question, I believe that you're prepared to go to a job interview. Otherwise, keeping your back straight, keeping good posture, not coming in or sitting down until you're told. They ask the questions, not you. You never ask how much you're gonna get paid. On your job app, when it says salary, you say negotiable. You don't tell them what you want. You tell them you'll take what they can give you. And I think those were some of the things those were a lot of. I have to move some mountains for that, and I had to learn the hard way by people not calling me back, or by people just not hiring me, or saying, oh, this job wouldn't be a good fit for you, So after all those experiences, I was able to adapt to how people wanted me to be in an interview, and then to get a job became it's an easy task for me now. I can honestly say that I have people skills, and that I'm able to get most jobs that I want, just because I have developed those social skills, And another problem that myself as well as other foster youth might experience is, once you get the job, congratulations, you got the job, perfect, awesome. Now you can live. But the problem is keeping the job, because that's where your skills come into play. Showing to work every day, on time, that you're assigned, keeping track of your schedule, being on call. These are a lot of things. These are a lot of challenges that I faced in the beginning, because I knew how to go to school, never wanted to, but now that I had work, people were going to pay me, and they were going to depend on me to show up, whether it be for $6.75 or $8.50, all the way up to $13 an hour. They all expect the same thing out of you. So getting a job was hard, but keeping it was harder.